I put that on me. I think it starts with the leaders. I think it's, making sure you're going with the right mentality. I didn't play my best. It spreads if you don't fix it. So I got to get that thing fixed. There's a lot of things that have to go right for anybody to get the ball. For whatever reason, these past 2 games, it hasn't gone that way for me. And that's football, man. I'm not about to sit here and get frustrated about it. I used to get really, really pissed off.
Yeah, but then he got rich.
And he got Taylor Swift as a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He has 39 receiving yards this season, Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Well, let me defend him here.
Oh, please do.
So last year, the Chiefs had the worst receiving core in the league, arguably. And I think they've made it a priority to get this receiving core. They know that Travis Kelce will be fine. He is not something they're worried about. He made a big play in that Cincinnati game, one big play. They're not worried about that. They got to get Watson and Worthy and Rashee Rice and the second tight end. I think Kansas City is making an effort to get a lot of looks and a lot of touches to this receiving core to get it ramped up. It's just like Chris Jones. He'll be great in a big game. You don't worry about Chris, Mahomes, or Kelce in big games. It's almost like, it feels like to me, it's very Brady, Edelman, Gronk. I didn't care in the early part. I knew they'd be good in January. Those guys were always great. Even as they aged, they were always great in January. I think Kansas City's trying to get all these guys touches, and they're asking more of the young guys. They're not game planning primarily around Travis Kelce at this point in the season. They know, like last year, he was invisible for big chunks of the regular season. He was money in January.
Well, they did have Pacheco last year, and Andy Reid has come out and said he might miss the entire season.
Now that changes everything.
And Pacheco was excellent for them last year.
He's a really good player.
Yeah, I mean, this idea to get Watson the ball and Worthy, I don't know. I look at Worthy and I'm like, what is he, Jameson Williams? Like maybe a boom-bust home run guy?
No, I think he's a great gadget guy for the best gadget coach in the league.
Okay, but that's going to work like 1 or 2 gadget plays a game, and you better get a touchdown because he's not doing 5-yard slants.
Rashee Rice is your volume guy. And in the playoffs, you'll watch. Juju Smith-Schuster, by the way, last time he was in Kansas City 2 years ago, was a volume guy in the playoffs. He had a big volume playoff game, remember? He had a big he had a good volume season and a big playoff game. And so I think when Juju Smith-Schuster, Rashee Rice will be the big volume guys, Worthy will be the gadget guy, Hollywood Brown will come back.
No,
all right. Well, I don't know when Hollywood Brown's coming back because he's injured, and I think he's also missing the entire season. So there's just all this, automatic assumption that the Chiefs are just, going to be in great shape with missing all these players, having Travis Kelce not look himself. And so I wanted to highlight this clip more because I said that the Chiefs have not been looking that great, especially offensively. And the Chiefs fans just laid into me. They think that I'm a big Chiefs hater, which I'm not even close. But I just call it how I see it. And now literally Travis Kelce says it himself, that the offense has to play better and that he puts it on himself. Like, are you like, he himself is saying it, right? And so you're going to say you disagree with one of your leaders, in Travis Kelce? Like, you can't. You just can't. So if he says it, why can't you guys say it? My God. But, yeah, the offense has not looked great. Patrick Mahomes has not looked great. It's not that I'm saying that I think that that's going to continue or that they're going to continue to struggle or that they're not a great team. I'm not saying that I don't think that the Kansas City Chiefs are a great team, but the league is changing. It is more competitive, and the margin of error is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It just is. And so, yeah, they better hope that they can get Juju and Watson and Worthy going because Travis Kelce, this is what I said, Travis Kelce has been on the decline. He is older. It happens to every single person in the history of the world. Travis Kelce is not immune to that, okay? And now he said the quiet part out loud. He said, I used to get mad, and now I don't. And it's like, yeah, because he is rich. He is living a great life off the field. And now football doesn't matter as much as it once did. That's just the reality. And that would happen to virtually anyone. Outside of the people that are truly trying to chase like GOAT status, like the Tom Brady's and the Patrick Mahomes of the world, it doesn't matter how great their outside life is, their beautiful family, all the money in the world, they could be so happy. They still want to be the greatest to ever live, and that consumes them, right? The Kobe Bryants, the MJs, the LeBrons, the Currys, the Mahomeses, if I didn't say him, and that that consumes them. And you have Travis Kelce, especially before Taylor Swift. You could see it. There was an immaturity and a sadness. He was in a documentary. I think it was just called Kelce, right? It was more about Jason Kelce, and you could see it. Just football meant something different to him because he was single. He doesn't have children. He's interacting with his brother, Jason Kelce, who has a beautiful wife and like 3 daughters, I think, 3 beautiful children. And it's just like they're living like a very intimate. If you didn't know that Jason Kelce played football, they live in like a very, I don't know if it's changed since then, but they live in a very humble home, pretty much like every man's home in the family. And they're like, they're on top of each other in the living room watching TV and stuff, and just little girls running around. Like it's a very like regular average Joe house, and it's beautiful. It's awesome. And if you don't have a family, like if you are Kelce, like you could just sense it, the way how he was even holding the kid. It was just like he was lacking other aspects of his life, and understandable. He's all in on football. That has changed dramatically. And not only is he obviously dating Taylor Swift, but it's the life that brings. Right? It's just his whole world has completely changed. Not only is he in a seemingly happy, healthy relationship, I have no idea, and I'm not going to sit here and try to judge the level of healthiness or happiness that he has in there, but it's just life has drastically changed in that regard, and it's going to affect you. It just is. And any athlete will know that. They just will. Anyone who's played or competed or maybe ran a business or just tried to achieve very high levels of success know that when you don't have a lot going on in your life, you can really go all in. And I've talked about this even with this channel, right? Like I don't have a tremendous, stuff going on in the outside world. And so like this is the most important thing that I do right now. I obviously have friends and family and loved ones and all of that, but it's just like this channel means so much to me, right? And I absolutely love it, and I'm 100% all in. I'm making videos at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I go to sleep, I wake up, I get on here, and I can't wait. I'm reading all the comments, interacting with everyone. Like I am 100% all in. No ifs, ands, or buts. Watching all the games on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, taking all my notes. I got pages and pages of notes. I do everything I can to create the best content. But I will fully admit, okay, that if my net worth was $200 million, okay, and I was dating, okay, the most famous person in the world, or we don't even have to go that far, okay? If I just had $5 million in the bank and I was just dating someone, or I was married to someone, the most beautiful person, I just love them. We have great, happy, fun, healthy relationships. We're doing that stuff where we're getting brunch on a Sunday, eating croissants and espresso, and we have 2 little girls, our children who we love, who are happy and healthy. I'm not going to be up until 4 o'clock in the morning making these videos. I'm not going to be reading every single comment. I'm just not. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do everything I can to still make great content and interact with everyone. But I'm probably going to not have days where I'm making 12 plus videos a day. I'll probably be like, yeah, you know what? I'll probably just make like 3 or 4 videos a day. Keep this channel going. I enjoy it. I love it. I'm still passionate about it. I care about it tremendously. It is still incredibly important in my life. But actually, my family's more important. My baby girl is more important, right? My little 3-year-old girl, both my girls, in this example, right? I got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old girl. They're more important. When they want to hang out with me, I'm like, yeah, I'll skip a video today. I don't need to react to the Travis Kelce clip right now. This is not that important. I'll skip this. I'm going to go hang out with them. I'm going to go do whatever, have a tea party, go for a walk, whatever. That's the way it happens. So again, this is not like insulting or a negative towards Travis Kelce, but boxers have said this all the time, right? The common saying is like, it's hard to wake up and train and want to get punched in the face when you're sleeping on silk sheets, right? Because boxers notoriously grow up in very difficult lives, and they have to literally fight their way out. And once they kind of reach a certain level, it's like, yeah, this is pretty nice. You're not fighting as hard when you're, when compared when you were living on the streets and were just completely poor. So it changes things. I'm not saying that this is like the downfall of the Chiefs. I'm not saying this is the downfall of Travis Kelce. I think he still cares. He wants to be great. He wants to compete. He wants to have another moment where he's winning the Super Bowl and pointing to his girl in the stands, in the $1 million box seats. Like, he wants that. And I'm not saying that he's not putting in work and working hard and he's not caring, but he's probably not sleeping, and dreaming football in the way that he once was. That I'm confident. When he's there, I believe he's putting in the work, right? But there's also a difference. When you do fail and you don't have a lot going on, when you fail, it can haunt you. It can eat you from the inside, right? You just feel it in every aspect. You're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're just consumed by it. You can't get your head out of it. You're in the shower, you're laying in bed, you're doing the laundry, you're going for a walk, you're working out. It's just all over you. You can't not think about it. But again, that's not the case anymore for Travis Kelce. When things are not going if things are not going as planned, he has someone that's like, "Come on, babe. Let's go fly to, Tokyo for sushi. We can get you back in your game, we'll be back. We can literally fly to Tokyo and get the greatest sushi in the history of the world, and we can literally be back in Kansas City in like 3 hours. I got a literal private jet, okay? Oh, you don't want to leave? We could actually get a DoorDash or Uber Eats. We could send for someone to go and get that sushi and bring it to us. We don't even got to leave. We could just stay here." Life has drastically changed, okay? It just has, for Travis Kelce, and he said it. I mean, he's literally saying it, and I'm just curious how that will impact the Chiefs. Again, let me emphasize this one more time, and this will be my last statement. I am not saying that the Chiefs are on a downfall. I am not saying that that Travis Kelce no longer cares about football and he's no longer putting in the work. I'm not saying that the Kansas City Chiefs can't look better, be better, or even as they are right now, that they're not good enough to go off and win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying any of those things. I cannot be any more clear. But this is a rocky start despite their record, and now they're getting some bad luck. Having Pacheco go down, Brown not coming back, like it's just a messier picture. So as a fan, I'm excited to see how it unfolds. I'm excited to see if they can overcome it. And if they do overcome it, it'll be another great page in Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs, story. And it'll be another thing that they've proven to be able to overcome. So again, I'm excited to see it all unfold, but it is still worth talking about. The thing that I noticed, and this will definitely be the last thing that I say, is when there's any type of adversity, any type of issues, or any like negative thing about the Kansas City Chiefs, the fans either just want to reject that it even exists, or they want to come at you for even bringing it up and saying that you're just jealous or this or that, and they just say, Patrick Mahomes, like that's just the answer to everything. And I got news for you. It's not. Just like Tom Brady wasn't the answer for everything that went wrong with the New England Patriots. Yeah, he can buff out some of the rough edges. He can overcome plenty of the adversity, but it's not always the singular answer. If he was, then the dude would have 20 plus Super Bowl rings. Patrick Mahomes will be on his path to having 20 plus Super Bowl rings. I don't know a lot of things, but I am very confident that Patrick Mahomes is not going to win a Super Bowl every single year until he retires. And you know what? Unfortunately, for some reason, that seems to Kansas City fans to be a controversial statement, or the statement of a hater. And I'm running out of things to combat that with, because it's just like, sometimes you just can't make sense out of nonsense. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this? Do you think it's a bigger deal? Do you think it's a big deal that the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of having a sluggish start, at least offensively? Or do you think this is no deal at all, that this is just kind of some week 3, not a lot going on NFL nonsense? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.